It has come to light that the company which gifted London Mayor Sadiq Khan £3,000 worth of Taylor Swift concert tickets has also received a staggering £45 million in contracts from City Hall. This revelation has raised serious questions about transparency and potential conflicts of interest within the mayor's office. Khan, who attended the highly sought-after concert, declared the outing as a work event, but this justification has done little to quiet concerns. The matter has now escalated to the point of an official investigation into whether there was any wrongdoing in accepting such an expensive gift from a firm that has directly benefited from lucrative public contracts. In today's video, we will discuss this more and watch an interview of him getting questioned on the matter. Not only that, but we will also go over all of the latest headlines from across the country. But first, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel and join our fast-growing community. So, have a watch of this. Finally, it emerged this morning in the Londoner that LS Events, the company that gave you tickets to watch Taylor Swift last year, has benefited from almost £45 million in City Hall contracts. Does that not raise any conflict of interest to your mind? Well, the Conservatives have made various complaints to the monitoring officer about me. I think 3 complaints have been kicked out at the first instance as not being worthy of investigation. I think there's an investigation being undertaken. I'm quite clear in relation to somebody who follows the rules, makes declarations, but also somebody who's unashamedly pro-London. I will not hesitate banging the drum for our city. I'm not in charge of procurement decisions for obvious reasons, and it's really important that those in charge of procurement decisions follow the rules as well, more generally. My last question. The charity Spotlight on Corruption, in that article, has said, the scale of the largesse provided to the mayor and City Hall staff and the wider culture of accepting hospitality and gifts raises serious questions about what is expected in return. Why not simply impose a presumption against accepting gifts and hospitality unless there is a clear public interest to do so? These are the same rules that applied to the previous 2 mayors, and I'm following the rules. The scrutiny surrounding this issue is only growing, with critics arguing that Khan's decision to accept the tickets, especially from a company so deeply tied to City Hall finances, raises ethical concerns about governance and accountability. Many are now calling for greater transparency regarding how public contracts are awarded and whether there is undue influence at play. As the investigation continues, it remains to be seen whether Khan's defense of the event as a work commitment will hold up under pressure. For now, this controversy has only added to the wider debate about the intersection of politics, corporate interests, and ethical leadership in public office. This is how people reacted. This user said, "Typical behavior from Sadiq Khan, always putting personal gain ahead of Londoners' interests. His declaration of the concert as a work event is laughable. Just another example of his arrogance and lack of accountability. Time for him to go. London deserves better than corrupt leaders like Khan." Cheryl said, "A pop concert is hardly a work event. Those are characterized by agendas, delegates, missions, and slideshows." This user said, "Forensic analysis needed of every purchase order, every contract, every planning approval, every permit, every citizenship immigration permit, every single one. I have zero trust in Sadiq Khan." Pat said, "This little man needs to be investigated and prosecuted. It's got to the stage where the words labor and corruption are interchangeable. How can this be permitted to continue without any consequences?" What are your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comments. In other news, almost half of recorded knife crime incidents have taken place in labor-run areas. The latest Office for National Statistics figures have revealed that London, the West Midlands, and Greater Manchester, all of which have Labour mayors, make up around 45.3% of the total knife-related offenses recorded in the year leading up to last September. Police forces across the 3 regions have reported 24,990 knife-related offenses out of England and Wales's overall total of 55,818 incidents. In Andy Burnham's Greater Manchester, police recorded 3,427 offenses involving a knife or a sharp instrument, while the West Midlands, now run by Richard Parker since May 6th, noted 4,930 incidents. Sadiq Khan's London accounted for the most offenses, with 16,583 knife crimes reported across the same time frame. In response to the statistics recorded in the capital, City Hall Conservatives crime spokeswoman Susan Hall said, "Today's figures bring shame on the Labour politicians and bureaucrats at City Hall who have presided over this crime wave that is destroying our city. I will continue to oppose Khan's misguided budget that seeks to cut the Met Police by 1,300 officers until I am blue in the face, because I know that this will only make things worse. Labour's refusal to get to grips with this problem, to back our officers, to backstop and search, to come down on offenders, is shattering lives in London. It cannot continue." Hall's damning criticism of Khan has followed the London mayor's announcement earlier this month that residents will have to endure another council tax increase to fill financial gaps in the Met Police's budget. The tax hike is expected to raise a further £54 million to increase the number of neighborhood officers on the city streets. Earlier today, IET Cooper's advisor, Danny Shaw, said that the Crime Survey of England and Wales is regarded as the most reliable indicator of crime trends. He explained that the rate of recorded knife-related offenses had finally returned to pre-pandemic levels. He said there were 55,818 offenses in the year to the end of September 2024, compared to 55,170 offenses in the 12 months to the end of March 2020. However, the decrease has not minimized the impact felt by victims as stabbings persist on the nation's streets.